Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Adventure Tech Moto. Today we're going to talk about the DMD2 app and devices again, give a little update, go over some of the software additions and updates, and also go through some up and coming additions that they're making. So stick around, don't miss it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to walk through this DMD2 app and we're going to go through a couple of the additions that they've made. All this information can be found on the DMD support group page on Facebook. There's, I think, over 11,000 people in that group now, a ton of back and forth, answering questions. John, one of the developers, or the developer, is on there constantly providing updates, answering questions. So get on there if you haven't already, but we're going to walk through at least some of the bigger updates. Not all of them. We won't go through all the little ones because he's constantly making small updates as well. So one thing I do want to mention is he posted a message about the support specifically for the DMD devices. So you have the DMD tablet and phone, and then you have the DMD2 app, which can be used on any device, any Android device from the Play Store. So we're going to talk about the DMD device support specifically. And so they're now going to offer remote into device support. So what that is if you reach out to their customer support, provide your information, they can then remote into your device to help you walk through things. So whether it's looking at crash logs, firmware updates, any other updates, debugging or crashing issues, they'll be able to remote in themselves and take a look, because obviously sometimes doing this in a chat or doing this in a Facebook group doesn't always work. So that's a great new service that they're going to provide. So just want to give you a heads up on that. I will say on the DMD devices themselves, so one of the big things that people are asking for, so on the top left you have these three buttons, and so they've now made it programmable to where you can change what that does. So to do that, it's actually an app. So after you do your latest, I believe, firmware update, if you go into your application area, there's an app called Buttons, which is the second one. So you click on Buttons, and the first box here is the device settings to manage these buttons. So if you click on that, you can now change the P1, P2, P3 functions by clicking on that. And these are the available options that you have for those. So you can select it, and you can also toggle these to override the DMD2 app, and then you're good to go. The other thing on the right side is telling the device what to do when you insert the device. Specifically, this is the DMD devices, when you insert them into the holder or remove them from the holder. So you can click on those. So when you insert the device, you can have it immediately start DMD2, go to the home, close DMD2, turn off the screen, shut down, disable, enable, start another app. So pretty cool. Again, same thing on removing. So when you remove the device, excuse me, you can have it do certain things. Right now I have it just on the default settings. I may change this so when I take the tablet out, so like if I'm done writing for the day or whatever, that it shuts down when I remove that. That way, in case I forget to turn it off, it doesn't die on me. So just wanted to show you that option. The other thing that was updated is this SOS feature. Again, this is only for the DMD device as of right now, at least. And so as an FYI for this SOS, you do have excuse me, you have to have a SIM card in the device that's activated, because what it's going to do is it's going to send a text message and your location via SMS, and so you have to have those activated. So I don't have an SMS, I don't have a SIM card currently activated. I just ordered one to try this out. So I will get back and we'll actually do some testing with this crash detection to see how it works. So really, this is a fall detection system. It's gonna only work when it's inserted in the holder with the screen on. So like we're navigating, so it's thinking that we're navigating and then we crash. It's then gonna send SMS messages to up to 2 phone numbers, which is great. There's also a way to enable an alarm. So a lot of us will use some type of GPS tracking alarm device. Now there's one built into this device specifically. So it's going to detect movement and get triggered when it's in the holder and when the screen is turned off. Again though, it needs to be able to send an SMS message, so you need a SIM card for this. So I'm really curious to test this out once I get that SIM card in. One other thing, if you go to the auto off feature here, something else that was added is so when this auto off is enabled, there's now an option to have it turned on only when it's in the holder. So any actions are only going to be completed when the device is actually in the holder itself. And of course you can change the options, the display to give you a warning to shut down or to halt the shutdown. Some of the actual DMD2 updates in the app itself. So one thing that was added is if you go, again, when you're going on the right side here, you can select different functions to show up. He added a cardinal compass. So that's one item. The other item that it's going to show you is, and actually mine, it's probably because of where I am, but I'm actually not on a road at the moment. So at the bottom, it's going to actually show you the road name of what street you're on or what road you're on. So that is a new addition as well. I know a lot of folks were asking for that. And right along with that, so the progress screen or progress widget right here, at the bottom it's also showing you that road that you're on as well. So there's a new feature when you're on a GPS track, and if you've gone off route, it's going to then do what's called a path find line. So it's going to do a path find indicating on the map the closest way to return to the route, which is kind of neat. One other item that he did add as well, I believe, is DMD can now handle the Google Maps URL. So I believe if you were to click on a Google Map link, I think they were having some issues before. I believe that's been resolved. One of the newest ones, I believe, that occurred today is the new places manager. So I'm just going to go to the search function here. So you have an area where you can save your places. So for example, let's just say you can save restaurants, you can save individual addresses. I'm just going to pick, let's just find recreation area. So I'm just going to pick Chilhowie. If I click on save location, again, you can change the information, but I can click save. So now when I go to search and go to my places, it's now saved in my places. And so kind of nice that way, as you're entering addresses or different things, you can now save those, which is a new option as of this morning, I believe. Just an FYI, as far as firmware updates go, the normal updates that you get from the app, you'll get a pop-up asking you if you want to download those new updates, and you say yes, and then you update the app. A firmware update is going to come as a notification in your notification list, which is, so if you pull down from the top, you're going to have a notification here that says that there's a firmware update. Just click on it, it's going to download and then install that update. So just want to give an FYI there. Another thing, I know there's a feature coming out as far as when you put the tablet, and this is specific to DMD devices, but when you put the tablet into the holder, that then it would go to the home screen or whatever that is. So you can change what comes up when you hit the home button, which is this center button. So like for me, I have it right now to where it automatically brings up the DMD app. You can change that by going into your settings and then into your apps. You can then go to default apps and then your home app. So if you have Quick Step as your home app, let's just make, so this is like, okay, normal tablet, DMD is not my home screen now. So if I want to go into the DMD app itself, I just click on DMD, takes me to it. Now I have this power button. As before, I did not have that. When I had DMD as the default app, if I click on this, it's then going to ask me, do I want to close DMD or send it to the background? I'm just going to send it to the background for right now. And so by clicking home, it takes me here. I have it to where when I click home, it takes me to the DMD2 app. It's going to be up to you. I believe when that feature is activated, this this option would be selected so that when you put it in the holder, it would then automatically open that DMD app. Otherwise, it's already going to be open when you put it in the holder. So just FYI, you can do that by, I have settings as a quick button on the home screen. If you go to your apps and then go to settings, you can then go to your apps, default, and then that's your home app. So you can go between your DMD or Quick Step. So I'm going to go back to my DMD. As you can see now, my power button's gone because it's going to default to the DMD app all the time. So those are just some of the key features right now that are updated. I encourage you to go ahead and go onto that Facebook group and be active. If you have questions, put them in the group. They'll be answered pretty quickly, whether it's from John himself or someone within the group page that have been using this for a while. It seems to be growing day and day, and of course John is putting updates out, it seems like at least once a week, if not more. So hopefully this was helpful. If there's something that you want to see specifically shown on the device, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed that information on the app. If you haven't already, be sure to go onto the Facebook group, the user support group for DMD, and you'll be getting all the updates that you need on these devices. Also, look at our other 2 videos regarding the DMD devices. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I appreciate y'all. Bye.